we first met Ashley, we told her that this is typically a curable disease, especially in the end, meaning you get treated for it and it never comes back. And in Ashley's case, that was not the case. She continues to relapse with Hodgkin's disease, which through the last 10 years, she has been on many types of chemo, including, here's my list. Wow, yep, there they are, including a stem cell transplant, which was not very easy. So,
on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match.
They thought after one round of chemotherapy I should be done for life. So I did the first round of chemotherapy was 7 months of treatment. And during that time, I lost my hair and my fingernails.
Whenever Ashley first came to me, I can remember vividly because she was this sweet, beautiful girl that came in with this beautiful curly hair, and it was my job to tell her that she was going to lose it all. So I'll never forget that. Yeah, one of the good things about my job, though, is I really get to know whoever I take care of. And,
Yeah.
You know, and then there are those that get to your heart a little bit more than others, and those you walk a long journey with, and Ashley's one of those. You know?
Thank you.
Aww.
It was a little disheartening, but at the same time, I just thought, okay, well, I have to do this again. After I was diagnosed, I believe for the 6th, possibly 7th time, they said that about 5% of people who are diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease have what they are calling now chronic Hodgkin's disease. Of what put me over the edge, I just said, you know, I'm done. I mean, just mentally, it had defeated me. Chemotherapy is very hard on your body. You don't ever fully recover. I really thought, you know, if this is going to be my life, what is the quality of life going to be? So that was kind of the time that I decided I wanted to go live on a beach somewhere. During that time, I watched a 2-hour documentary on the Buddha and his life and just kind of the joy that you can get from simplicity. And that really, it really hit home with me at that point and everything that I was going through. You know, I thought, what do possessions really mean? It really means nothing. I would rather experience beauty and true friendships and just really enjoy life as much as possible. And so that in Brazil, when I was there visiting, was whenever I made the decision to just to kind of sell all my possessions and just enjoy the beautiful life. So every morning I woke up and would go walk on the beach and just see the sunrise over that water, and you felt God's presence, something that I don't think I probably not taken the time. Now I can see it every day. Luckily, after having this experience, just accepted life as it was, and it was really peaceful. It was a great experience and one that I think of every day. I got very sick with, it was initially a sinus infection, and that morphed into an upper respiratory infection and just kind of got out of control. I was not getting healed, and at that point I really started to get scared. Funny, I always thought with Hodgkin's disease is lymphoma, so it's your immune system. And I thought, you know, if I die from this disease, it's going to be, I get sick from something and I cannot recover. And so I thought that was the beginning stages of it, and it scared me more than I had thought.
Yeah.
And at that point I really, I wanted to be closer to, you know, family, friends, doctors who I knew. And that's whenever I decided, you know, especially everything that I experienced in Brazil, that kind of renewed love of life, I just knew that I wasn't done. And so I went back to my oncologist, and they did some scans, and that's whenever they found that there's a tumor which a little larger than a baseball growing inside of my chest wall. And they told me I still hadn't fully made up my mind. Unfortunately, you know, chemotherapy and everything is extremely expensive, even with health insurance. That was arguably one of the biggest burdens. Again, I couldn't have a consistent job. And so, you know, the thought of how am I going to pay for this, as well as just, I mean, at that point, really kind of the weight of the world I felt was crushing in on me. I didn't know what to do. But I knew I wanted to live. And so the doctor said I needed treatment immediately. I needed to start immediately. Even though I knew I wanted to live, it was really difficult. And when some wonderful cousins of mine suggested this fundraiser, I did not know what to expect. Within 3 days, enough donations were raised to wipe out all of my past medical debt. I cried tears of joy, and still I get really emotional whenever I think about it, but it's made the cancer treatment. So right now I'm going through chemotherapy and radiation simultaneously, which I've never done this simultaneously before. Mentally, I don't even feel like it's a problem now. I think it goes to show what the financial burden really, it was the heaviest of the burdens. And now that is a weight off of my shoulders, I go to treatment every day knowing that it's just another day, and I can get through this. It's not a problem. At the end of the day, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna be okay. Words really cannot express how amazing this is, and the healing process is just taking over, and it's just easy. It's not even a problem.
I can focus 100% now on healing and getting better, and making sure that my mind is focused on beating cancer, which that is huge. That I cannot thank people enough for even the small support, your words of encouragement, knowing that people are out there and are supporting me. It is overwhelming. It brings my heart such joy. It just makes the whole process 1,000% easier. With every cancer treatment that I go through, it allows me to love life, I feel like, that much more. So I am looking forward to, now I feel like I know, I'm going to beat this again. And all I want to do is be a functioning member of society once again, and continue on the path to find happiness and appreciate everything that there is to appreciate in life, which is everything.
Getting a diagnosis of cancer, from what I've observed, is it'll break you or it'll change you into a new person. And I think it's definitely done that for Ashley. And
that's all I want to do, is just keep a smile on my face and keep living life and enjoying every possible bit that I can.
You poured it up.
Bye, Lewis.
See you later.
Have a good night. Bye now.
Alrighty.